Hi guys, and welcome to another Restrap how-to video, and today we have the bumper bar. So the bumper bar is actually quite a unique little product. It fits on the spacer stack and it sits out front just underneath the handlebars, and it does serve a few different purposes. So the first purpose you'll see, which is probably quite obvious, is it actually works as a really good mounting platform for things like lights. So if you do want to mount a front light, it'll sit a little bit further out front and give you really great visibility at night while riding on the road. Alternatively, the main purpose of this actually, and the main sort of focus as to why we've designed it, is that it does help riders who have smaller bikes or run really low stack height. If you're running a large bar bag, for example, then it'll sit really low to the front wheel, and that's just kind of part and parcel of having a smaller bike or having that lower stack height. But with this sitting just underneath the spacer stack just here, you'll see that what will actually happen is, by that just being sat there, is it acts as a kind of point for the bag to sit on top of, pushing the bag upwards and stopping it from hitting your front wheel when you hit bumps or when you're riding. So looking at the design, there's a few different features that we've included. So the first of all you'll see is the mounting point. So sitting underneath the spacer stack on your steerer tube, this fits a 1 1/8 steerer, which is most modern steerers that are available on the market at the moment. So on the front you'll see there's actually a grille. With these different mounting points here, if you're running a bar pack, for example, that uses the Velcro strap that goes around the back, that can slot through these and it'll keep that bar pack nice and secure for you. Alternatively, you'll see here there's some more mounting points. So we've got some slots here that are 30mm wide, so that's going to allow you to put the webbing straps of, say, the bar bag through. We've also got some 5mm holes here. So if you wanted to mount, say, a light bracket or something similar, you've got that option to be able to do so there. So there's loads of different options and loads of different things that this is actually going to sort of help with your riding. Really nice little accessory to keep on the bike. So fitting of this is really straightforward. So it's just a case of popping off the stem cap and the stem and then slotting this between the spacer stack. So let's get this fitted to the bike and I'll show you how it's done. First thing we need to do is take our trusty Allen key, and we'll just need to take off that top cap. When it comes to torquing this back up, you want to make sure that you're sort of following the suggested torque levels and all that stuff, especially with a carbon fork. You don't want to make sure it's over torqued or under torqued, especially with such an important part of the bike. I'm going to move on to the stem bolts. So that's the stem loose and the top cap off as well. So all we need to do now is just slip this off and then just slide the bumper bar on there and make sure that the stem is back on the top. So one thing worth bearing in mind as well is how your cables sit on your bike. Not all bikes are created equal, not all cables are routed equal. So the ideal way to do it is, if they cross back and forth, is that they cross kind of round the back of the bumper bar. So you can see here that these cables are out of the way and they're not going to snag on anything when it's all tightened up. So once that's all set back in place there, it's just a simple case of tightening these bolts back up. So the bumper bar itself will work as a 3mm spacer, but you want to make sure to leave a little bit on top just to allow the headset to compress when putting this all back together. Cool, so you can see that's in place, and once that's tightened down as well, there's no side to side movement. And the way you can sort of see it fitting onto the bike just now is that if you were to have a bar bag on there, for instance, what I'll do actually, let me mount a bar pack to it and I'll show you kind of how that actually rotates it forwards. So you can see there already that that's actually sitting a lot more vertical than it would be. So normally it would tend to sit kind of like this. So there's nothing wrong with that if you've got the clearance. But if we didn't have the clearance, you can see here how that by pushing it upwards gives you that extra clearance to the front wheel. So yeah, really simple, really straightforward little product, and it's really easy to fit as well. So if you've got any questions, do feel free to leave them below in the comments or send us an email and we'll be more than happy to help.